Well, greetings from Bill O'Leary. Today, I'm going to answer the question: who needs estate planning? It's a question that's asked. I've heard people ask, "Hey, do I need estate planning? Is it right for me?" So, in this video, I'm going to answer that question. I'm an experienced estate planning and elder law attorney located in Jacksonville, Florida, and my law firm is Legacy Planning Law Group. We focus on estate planning, things like wills and trusts and estates. Also focus on elder law, which basically is estate planning for seniors. And we then help settle or administer a deceased loved one's estate, what we call probate or perhaps trust administration. That's in fact all that we do. We do a lot of it all day long. So let's go ahead and jump in. Who needs estate planning? Well, estate planning is very important, but most people, in fact, procrastinate. In fact, over half of Americans don't even have a simple will. There've been studies done on that and surveys and so forth. And so they end up missing out on being able to decide who gets what, miss out on making sure that their loved ones are not bogged down in the court system after they pass away, so things don't go smoothly and easily. They miss out on the chance to protect their children's inheritance from things like them getting divorced or in some sort of car accident that leads to a lawsuit. So you might think that you don't need it, that you have nothing to worry about, but you might be surprised to find out that you do need estate planning, and for some of you, in a bad way. It's funny, it seems like most people spend more time sort of planning their vacation, buying a car, deciding where to go out to dinner than they do planning their estate after they die. And so deciding who's going to inherit your assets after you're gone, granted, may not be as fun as sort of booking a trip or checking out restaurant reviews, but you can't choose who gets everything that you worked a lifetime building up without a good estate plan. You just can't. So if you've not planned these aspects of your estate, the legal system, guess what, will step in for you and pick someone to do this. It may not be the person that you want. So basically you lose control. So after your death, guess what? Your assets, your property is going to be distributed to the people that the government, the state says should get it. And so this is what we call dying intestate. We don't want to do that. So who needs estate planning? Do you need estate planning? Well, see if you might fall into any of these groups. So the first group, parents with newborn children. Certain major life events cause an awareness level where it's important to consider an estate plan. Especially significant there in terms of life events is the birth of a child. So consider the young married couple, having their first child. How would the children or that particular child be provided for if both were to die? Let's say they're out on date night and don't make it home. Who's going to take that child into their home? So having a will put in place provides the opportunity for a parent to name a guardian to take care of the child if something were to happen to the parent. So parents with newborn. How about if you fall into this category? Maybe you're a parent, you want to protect your, let's say, adult child's inheritance. Okay, so getting an estate plan in place is a great way to protect the child's inheritance. So, well, protect from whom? Well, maybe from the child themselves. Maybe if they're not good with money and so forth. But let's say that they are. They're the proverbial sort of responsible adult child. So then, who would you protect that inheritance from? Maybe other people. Well, who would that possibly include? Maybe the child's spouse. Heaven forbid, if your child gets divorced and half of their inheritance ends up going to the ex-son-in-law or daughter-in-law. Or what about your adult child now getting into a car accident? Here comes the lawsuit. Now all of that inheritance is at risk. What about people that don't want to bog their family down in the probate court? Another good reason to have an estate plan is to minimize that probate process, because probate can be very expensive and take a long time. For the vast majority of people, avoiding probate in and of itself is an excellent reason for creating an estate plan, and this can be easily achieved. And what about people in special situations? So one in particular would be somebody that's in a second marriage with children from a prior marriage. This is what we call blended families. Boy, do they need an estate plan badly, because their planning is more complicated. So, for example, they may want to leave, let's say, a different inheritance to their biological children from their prior marriage than they do for their stepchildren, let's say, where they may want to protect their biological children, again, from the prior marriage, in the event that they're, they die, and then that the second spouse ends up remarrying and might be tempted to cut out their biological children altogether. So look, if you'd like to know more about who needs estate planning and maybe how we can help, we'd love to talk to you. So to make it easy to take that first step, we encourage you to book a free 15-minute phone call. It's what we call our discovery phone call. And it's a chance for you to tell us what's on your mind, and also really to start a conversation. And that way we can see if we'd be a good fit for each other. Scheduling the call is easy. Just go to our website, legacyplanninglawgroup.com, and go to the book your free call button. It's a blue button, and it'll take you straight to our booking page. You just pick a date and time that works best for you. So this is Bill O'Leary signing off for now. Go make it a great day and a better world.